So recently, Roblox put out an update where it's dividing its voice chat into age groups, forcing players to talk to people around their age. And as of the moment, this update is only out in Australia, New Zealand, and the Netherlands. And this update will be rolled out worldwide in this coming year. This update is pretty bad because not only is it not gonna change any of the problems that are going on in Roblox voice chat, but it's also gonna make its problems even worse. Way worse than you would expect it to be. I'll also be showcasing real in-game footage and interviews in this video, so you're gonna want to see this. But in case you don't really understand how this update works, basically, Roblox is gonna require you to do age checks for your account so that you can chat with other players in-game. And your age determines what kind of age groups you can talk to. And whatever your age is on that account, you can't talk to people that are either too young or too old for you. And a lot of players who got this update early have been complaining about it for different reasons. But probably one of the most crucial things that this thing is going to affect is how it's going to be adding fuel to the fire on a problem that Roblox is having for such a long time. And that problem is basically when players don't have the correct age on their account. You see, I've been mostly playing Roblox for its voice chat, right? And I've been making YouTube videos about Roblox voice chat for almost 2 years, right? Mostly through these voice chat games. And the thing with these voice chat games is that they usually have a version of it where you need to be at least 18 to play. And that's where I mostly hop on, right? But the thing is, even if I choose to hang out in these games where I can only talk to adults, there's still so many children that just end up in these experiences.
Is it okay if I ask how old you are? So how old are you, Chicano Goku 6'7"? You're 13?
You're not supposed to be on here.
Why do you choose to play this one over the normal one?
I don't know. I don't know what to play.
The reason why this thing happens is that these kids would either use someone else's ID, like maybe their parents, which classifies them as an adult, or it's the new Roblox face scan where basically you let the app scan your face, and based on your face scan, Roblox is going to determine how old you are based on how you look, which is pretty flawed already, mostly because of the possibility that these people could look younger or older than their age. Well, not just that, but it's also just very easy to exploit for some reason. There's been a lot of videos and TikToks just showing off how it's really easy to fool the AI into thinking you're an adult. And it's usually because of those reasons these kids end up in these games, right? And I hate it! And I'm not really mad about this because these children could be annoying. That's like half the reason. Because the thing about these adult-only servers of these games, like I mean this with no exaggeration, right? These servers are full of freaks, dude. Like I'm not even gonna lie, it's full of freaks. And this is coming from a guy that chronically plays these games on a daily basis. A lot of adults would usually try and take advantage of the fact that these servers are full of adults by either acting completely unhinged, either saying and expressing crazy statements that's basically just bigotry, or they're just horny grown-ups that sexually harass and act inappropriately with the players on this server. Even reaching a point where players have put scripts to use animations that reenact freaky actions, like touching players in their private parts, or just straight up sex. Although I do want to showcase more clips that properly show what's going on, but some of these people just went way too crazy. YouTube is surely gonna get on my ass if I put this in the video. So what I'll do instead, to showcase just how common these experiences are, I've decided to interview players in my cup and ask them just how freaky these interactions could be in this game. And I'm not gonna lie, the answers are exactly what I expected.
Alright, so have you ever had like any freaky interactions that you thought was too much for this game?
Yeah, pretty much. While I was in this game, this girl ran up onto me. She told me straight to my face that she's horny. She proceeds to give me her snap, and the photos that I've seen were pretty insane.
So this girl, you met her in this game and she just walked up to you and did that? Would you say a lot of people are like that?
There are a lot of people like that. They are literally everywhere.
How often do you meet freaky people in this game?
Every day.
You're one of them.
Yeah, I'm one of them, but that's a joke.
Oh, fair enough. But there are people out there that don't treat it as a joke, right?
Yeah, I make fun of it.
What's probably the worst thing that you witnessed that happened in this game?
Oh, dude. I met this couple, right? And you know, they don't get to meet each other for a good long time. And you know, they get to that stage where they just want to do it, you know, and they were doing it on Roblox.
They were doing it here?
What?
Yes, on here.
So yeah, these servers do get pretty freaky. And these players know that this kind of environment is really bad for these children. Which is why for the most part, there are players that do try and convince these kids to leave for their own safety. But the thing is, these kids don't really understand that and usually get frustrated or confused as to why they're shooing them away. Like here's a clip of two girls that noticed a kid in their server and tried to patiently convince this child to leave.
Does your mom or dad know that you're on this game?
She doesn't allow me to play Roblox.
Okay, well, maybe it's a good thing that she doesn't let you because there are a lot of bad people in this game and we don't want you to be affected by them. Well, how old are you, Pebble, if you want to share? I think you should get off this game now and go play something more for your age.
They canceled Whale and they reported me.
Well, yeah, Pebble, because you're a kid on this very adult game. You're still very young, Pebble. This game, 18.
I'm gonna go to the
Okay. Okay? Bye, Pebble. Oh,
The
baby.
kid's gone.
How are babies getting on this?
I saw-
It's sad. It's not safe in these games because people are doing like actual weird stuff in this. And I don't want her to be exposed to that.
These two players dedicated 15 minutes just talking to this child before they finally left. Huge W to these girls for doing that, but that doesn't really happen often. And sometimes there are some players that won't be nice as these girls. All this happening just because their account's age is just older than it should be. I already knew that this situation was bad enough already, but one day, my friend sent me a video that made me realize that this update is not gonna make this game safer. My friend is from Australia, and Australia currently has this new update, and he showed me game footage of how he was still able to encounter a child in MyCup 18+.
Oh, that's so mean. You can't say that.
He's definitely.
And it's 18 plus.
Oh?
You shouldn't be in this game, buddy.
Considering that this new update restricts you to talking to specific age groups, this means that these kids that got verified as adults will no longer be able to talk to players their own age and be stuck talking to these adults in this environment, making the problem even worse. Alright, but with all that said, I know it's not really a new thing that children are lying about their age in a game, and honestly, it's kind of been an issue that's been around for years, right? And I know it's not necessarily because of malicious purposes. It's simply just because these kids just want to play a game that looks interesting. And it's this reason why games like GTA, where despite having a very mature rating for a game, has a lot of kids playing it. But what we need to understand is that Roblox, at its core, is a social game. And it's not the same game that it once was. Even developing communities that can cause danger to the people around them. Danger that can actually affect them in real life. And it's this reason why it's a bad idea to lie about your age in Roblox. But if you're a person, like you're actually a kid that lied about their age in this age verification, or simply a parent that doesn't really care about this, at the end of the day, this is a video and you're free to make your own decisions. I'm not gonna force you into actually making things right. But with that said, I do want you to understand this. If it's you, or your child, or your younger siblings, or anyone that you could possibly think of that can apply, at least understand the type of danger that this person can possibly be in because of this reason.